Welcome to the 8th Annual Athletic Trainers Osteoarthritis Consortium's State of the Consortium. I'm Jeff Treben, Chair of the Athletic Trainers Osteoarthritis Consortium, and it's a pleasure to provide you this update on the state of the consortium. Before we get started, I'd like to acknowledge our founding sponsor members who have contributed to the Athletic Trainers Osteoarthritis Consortium. If you'd like to be a founding sponsor, please consider giving a donation to the consortium at the link provided. To get started, I'd like to briefly report on the state of our membership. We have continued to gradually increase our numbers. The rate has declined in recent years as we have emphasized our focus on students and believe we have captured a lot of the students interested in osteoarthritis research among athletic training education programs. However, in the coming years, we hope to expand our membership by recruiting more students and professionals interested in osteoarthritis throughout the sports medicine community. On social media, our presence continues to grow, especially via Twitter and Facebook. While our page views are down for this year, we anticipate reinvigorating the website by identifying new strategies to highlight members and promote content on our website rather than just on social media. To review our executive committee, I continue to serve as chair. This will be my last year. For the first year, Lindsay Lepley is serving as vice chair. Ken Cameron is also in his last year as treasurer. Janet Simon is in the first year of her first term as secretary. And Jennifer Howard is serving the first year of her second term as member at large. The consortium continues to operate with 4 working groups, one related to public relations and collaboration with other organizations, a second on resource development, a third for promoting collaboration among the members, and a fourth for the annual meeting program committee. We also have a finance task force, which is run by the treasurer, and a task force for student engagement, which is led by Carolyn Lisi on social media, Katie Bain, who's been updating our newsletter, Danielle Torp, who handles recruitment, and Katie Collins, who has been doing a great job running our website. The executive committee this year has been focused on increasing student engagement and developing new guidance for our student engagement activities. This will include a review of our current bylaws to determine how we will continue to operate the Student Engagement Task Force and whether or not the bylaws need to be updated to account for this new group. The Public Relations and Collaborations with Other Organizations work group has been continuing to develop ideas for fostering our relationship with the Osteoarthritis Action Alliance and the ACL Retreat, and they hope to continue this in the future, as well as explore other opportunities to work with the NATA. Our resource development work group has been having a lot of success with its district workshop series, which has been delivered at several state and district meetings around the United States. It has also offered webinars, including a discussion on the history and future of p-values. In the future, they are hoping to host webinars related to stats and educational series, provide infographics, and continue to develop our clinician and athlete videos. If you have any recommendations for clinicians or athletes who may be interested in providing a brief video on the importance of osteoarthritis to their clinical practice or their history as an athlete, please let us know. The work group, who's been responsible for promoting collaboration among the consortium membership, has reviewed the data from the harvest activity conducted at the 2019 ATOAC annual meeting. They have developed and piloted a process using a small steering committee to leverage this data to further refine the common data element recommendations for the consortium. The developed common data element recommendations for patient-reported outcomes across the consortium is to facilitate multi-center collaboration and data sharing across sites. The results of these recommendations will be presented during our virtual meeting. In the future, the work group hopes to develop common data element recommendations for the following areas of physical activity, biomechanics and functional testing, neural and muscle function, imaging biomarkers and biochemical biomarkers. The next activity will be focused on physical activity. We'd like to thank Janet Simon for steering this activity. The annual meeting program committee deserves a lot of credit this year for transitioning our in-person meeting to this virtual meeting. This year's format will collaborate with the OA Action Alliance and the ORCE's OA Prevention Sports, Exercise, and Physical Activity Discussion Group to host a meeting post their presentation, to host a discussion, and to continue to discuss other key events such as returning to research in the COVID-19 era and the results of our past harvest. In the future, the group is planning for its 2021 meeting to be held in Orlando prior to the NATA annual meeting. It's also considering more after-party type discussions to be hosted in the future, as well as a potential collaboration with the Arthritis Foundation for joint webinars. While it is still in the planning phase, it is looking as though the first of these collaborative webinars will be focused on tactical athletes. The Finance Task Force has consistently increased the net revenues while decreasing expenses. In the future, it is helping to develop policies and physical management, identify and plan for physical priorities, and plan for the physical transition in 2020 to a new treasurer. Our beginning balance was just over $2,500, with our revenue for this past fiscal year coming from donations, registration fees, and interest. We're expecting to have a low expense rate this year, mostly because of the move to an online meeting, and we're projecting to have a balance of just under $2,800. In regards to student engagement and social media, the group has been very effective at promoting publications and presentations as well as accomplishments through social media. The group also hosted a happy tea hour, two or three of them actually, discussing COVID-19 research challenges. And they also hosted a women's online roundtable webinar, which is worth checking out if you haven't already watched it. The webinar is available on our YouTube channel. For the future, the group hopes to continue to promote ATOAC member research and accomplishments on social media, as well as to host additional roundtable webinars to engage students and other members. For the ATOAC website, Katie Collins has embedded the Twitter feed and linked with our Twitter account so that new posts are highlighted. Updates to posts and pages are happening on the website, and there is a plan to do a facelift of the website and to do more website engagement, such as hosting post updates and link to social media accounts. If you have any suggestions, we're open to receiving them on how we can better utilize the website to help our membership. The NCAA at Home study remains on the horizon and will continue to provide updates if any changes happen with moving that study forward. We're also keeping track of NATA 2021 proposals. So if you're planning to submit a proposal for the NATA 2021 meeting, please let us know. Our goal is to help strengthen proposals and to notify submitters if there's potential overlap with other presentations that are being proposed. We'll also be hosting our executive committee meeting next week. If you'd like to join us, please let me know. Finally, towards the end of the summer and early fall, you'll be hearing more about the elections for 2 executive committee positions, specifically the chair and treasurer. This will be the final 2 positions that I'll be rolling over from the original steering committee that had been elected. I will be transitioning to the past chair in January 2021 with a new chair coming in, and Ken Cameron will be finishing his 2 terms as treasurer. I'd also like to make a brief note that in the May board meeting for the NATA, they decided unanimously to endorse the OA Public Health Agenda 2020 update, as well as the OA Action Alliance's Remain in the Game toolkit. If you haven't seen these 2 resources, I recommend that you check them out. Before we wrap up, I'd like to also acknowledge 4 ATOAC members who have won awards this year that would be typically presented at the NATA annual in-person meeting. First is Philip Gribble, who received the Medal for Distinguished Athletic Training Research. Second was Dusty Grooms, who won the New Investigator Award. And Justin Rush and Randy Schmitz both won 2020 Free Communication Awards. This is a reminder, too, that this was the first year that the NATA Foundation offered 5 awards for free communication abstracts across the career span. Some last requests. Please let us know about your publications, grants and awards, presentations, or news coverage. We'd like to try and highlight your research and let other members know what is happening within the field and where people are having success. And also to try and raise awareness among the membership to help foster some collaboration or mentorship. So please keep us posted on these, and we'd love to share them on social media and in our newsletters. Also, let us know how we can help you, or if you have ideas for how the consortium can help its members. And also keep us posted on NATA annual meeting proposals, as well as how they turn out, so that we can kind of help track and promote these sessions. As you attend the ATOAC virtual meeting as well as the virtual NATA meeting, I hope that you'll consider promoting the ATOAC hashtag on social media when you see an ATOAC member presenting. If you're interested in donating, we would appreciate any donations to the ATOAC as we consider filing for nonprofit status as well as BOC approved provider for continuing education and the 2021 annual meeting. It's helpful for us to have some money in our account so that we can afford these extra expenses. So please donate to the ATOAC to support these activities and to help ensure the sustainability of the consortium. Any donation will be appreciated, even just a few dollars, but if somebody gives more than $50, we will list them on the ATOA website as a founding member and acknowledge them at the ATOAC annual meetings. Please note that the ATOAC is not classified currently as a nonprofit organization, therefore donations are not tax deductible. If you have any questions about the state of the consortium or any questions or concerns, please let me know. Feel free to reach out to me via Twitter or through our contact form on the website or directly via email. Thank you for taking the time today to catch up on the state of the consortium, and I hope to see you in person soon. Stay safe, stay well, and have a great one. Bye.